Hey everybody, welcome to Fishing Planet. My name is the Lady, and this vid is about going from level 2 to level 3. So I left you guys off with the tutorial. I did a couple of vids about the interface and about the introduction of Lone Star Lake, Texas, and now we are going back to Lone Star Lake and actually do some fishing. As you can see, I am currently level 2. We have 1 bait coin and we have close to 16,500 credits. So we'll hit the travel button. There we go. Need to wait a bit. And when angling for sunfish, cast lures around weeds, beds, brush and rock cover is the tip that we get. Unfortunately there are no sunfish, I believe. Well, maybe the green sunfish is what we have. So we have to cast lures, but we do not have the availability to lures at level 2. We'll get that at level 3. We'll do that in the next video. But right now what we need to be aware of is that on the first fishing day, and we'll only need 1 day to fish to reach level 3, we have a cloudy day. So we can start in the morning with fishing and then later in the afternoon as well. The fish species that we have here are black-tailed shiner, bluegill, channel catfish, golden shiner, grass pickerel, green sunfish, there we go. Oh, and the radius sunfish, so we got 2 sunfishes with us. A smallmouth buffalo, spotted bass and white crappie. Currently we only have the basic license, we do not have the advanced one to show what the difference are. So we have to release spotted bass, radius sunfish and bluegills. Those are the fish that we do need to release. If we do not, we will get a fine. There are no other restrictions though to taking any fish. We are not forced to take a fish. You can find all the info about here underneath it as well. Alright, now let's check our gear. Let's go to inventory. So if we click on details, we have the Telefloat 450, a mini spin 800. We've got mono 0.12mm line. We have the oval bobber. We're using hook number 8. We have Brad. We have the Fisher XS. Is that correct? Yes, it is. We set the leader to 50 centimeters. That one was in the last. And then we actually used red worms. So we'll be using red worms as well. Currently our fish keeper is empty. We can hold up to 2 kilograms. And a max single fish weight of 1 kilogram. So if we catch anything over a kilogram, we cannot keep it, unfortunately. If that happens, what will happen then is you will not get the money for it, but you do get the experience. So at least you get something for the effort. Now let's see. So we can only do some float fishing. Let's start here at Swampy Exploration. Let's go there. Let's see what we can catch. When the sun is out and shining bright, largemouth bass usually look for shelter. Oh, let's bring the chat up. So we are here in a room with folks. Now if you hold the control key, your cursor will appear. If we click on the cogwheel, you get to minimize, show timestamp. Actually like that. We can filter stuff out of it and you can adjust font sizes. Now if you click on this one, you'll actually see who are in game. So we've got a level 23 with us, Il Pirata. We've got Rooster King, who's level 6, and then we've got Columbo, who's level 11. If you want to talk to them, hit the tab key. And say hello, you press enter and then you hit the tab key again. So that way you are out of the chat. If you do not do that, tap out. If you want to reel in a fish the moment that you've hooked one, you actually will not be able to. Are you the YouTube person? And hide that eye. Alright, so we've got Dead Eye, the hunter here. He's already familiar with me. Hi there, Dead Eye. welcome to the VIP buddy. You can look this one up in roughly an hour. We'll be online then. So here we see some plays already in action. We've got Il Pirata. He's reeling in. And did he have a fish on? No, he did not. That eye was just throwing out. And we've got somebody over there. That would be Rooster King, I think. Or Colombo. He has a bit of a hard time believing it. Well, no worries, Deadeye. You will see it in an hour, mate. Alright, so he's already fishing there. I do not want to be in his face constantly, all over it. So what we are going to do is, in the previous vid, I told you guys about checking for water clues. Let me hold up the rod for a moment. So we got the V's over there. Those already indicate that those are predator fish. So let's cast out a bit there. And there we go. So now we need to wait. Here we see wait. This will disappear, the wait and the strike, when we reach level 5. So by then you should be you should have learned enough how the indicator works. That thing, the bobber. Now we have the 3 bars over here. This is the Pro Indicator tool. You can switch to just 1 bar in the interface menu. Just click on that, and then here we see the durability of our line, of our rod, and of our reel. These are our drag settings, the pie pieces, and this is our reel speed. So reel speed currently is at 1, and we've got a fish on. Oh, that one went a bit flapping. And we caught a bluegill, so that is pretty cool. We can keep it or we can release it. We will keep this one. I'm not too sure if we had to release it or not. If you click right mouse button though, you can examine it this way. So there we go. We get 14 credits and free experience. We'll hit keep button. There we go. But as I was explaining, so now you see the reel setting is onto 4. That is a bit too much. Just use the scroll button on your mouse to adjust the speed. Now this is 4 is the max, 1 is minimum. But if you press a little bit further down again, then you can see that it goes that way. And that means that you'll actually, instead of reel line in, you will be taking line out. Of course, that will be not too handy if you want to reel in the fish. So there we go. Let me quickly respond to Deadeye. He's like, but you can't be the lady because you're a higher level. But it's because I'm redoing all my vids. Had this account reset. There you go. So yeah, for those of you who are already familiar with me and who are like now, hey, you were about level 20-ish. How on earth can you be a level 2 again? I asked for an account reset. That is the reason why you see me being a level 2, because the game has changed so much that I think it's best if I redo all my videos, but also explain the game a bit better this time, because of some significant changes to the game that affect every level player, no matter if you're high level or low level. So anyways, okay, so we did get a fish there. We had a bluegill, and we see some lovely V's over there. Let's go this way a bit. So we just had our bluegill. What we are going to do now is fish on the spot that was over there. There we go. Drag settings, by the way, to alter those, I will show you guys in a second. To alter drag settings, you got a minus and a plus. So if we do plus, you can see we get adding charge to the pi. If you press minus, you withdraw them. And this is actually how much you sort of hit the brake and you apply more pressure to it, more force. That can help you if you have a fish that is struggling quite hard. But it also puts more tension on the line. I'll show you guys. Let's change the line leader. You can do that by pressing O or P. We are setting it to 250 centimeters. That is the max. We are throwing out because right here is the spot where you can catch smallmouth buffalo. It's quite early in the morning though. Not entirely sure if they can. I think also that is not the entire max depth I want to be in. Okay, so now I got it like this. If I up the drag, you can see that the meters will go up more. Now if the bar was oh, we got a new personal record, radius sunfish, we'll keep that one. If the bar goes way up high, let me check, let's hope that we can actually catch a carp, because those are actually the strongest fish out here. They weigh the most, at least. There we go, we've got a bobber nice vertical this time instead of horizontal. Oh, we got to wait already. Of course, we are fishing with a very small hook, a number 8. Number 10 is the smallest currently in game. So it can also be, and we're using red worms. Could also be that we'll be hooking a panfish after all. But with the carp, it will be better for me to show you. There we had it for a second. This is not a carp, by the way, otherwise it would try to reel me in. As you can see, we had the bar all the way, oh, there it was, all the way up in the red. The moment that that happens and that it goes beyond there, what will happen is you will break your line. And actually what we have right now, when it goes like this, you get those blue fleshy around it, like that. It means that there is low line tension. And with low line tension, what will happen is that you have a very high chance that the fish will go off your hook, so you will lose it. But with the very high that we had quite earlier on, oh, we got the Lucky Bobber achievement. Awesome. With what we had earlier on, with the red going up here and then starts to flash red, that means that you've got too much tension on your line and you will break your line. 9 times out of 10. We were actually quite lucky that it did not. So make sure that you do not set your drag too high, or that will happen. You can never set your drag on max. So we currently have a pie chart 6 out of 6. You can never have it at this setting. This will always make your line break. Does not matter if you've got a fish on or if you got a snack, you will always break your line. So make sure that you have your drag set at least one pie chart out. So 5 out of 6 in this case. But as we saw earlier, with 5 out of 6, I already had the trouble that we went way into the red. We do not want that. I will make vids about that specific type of stuff, about how to read these bars a bit better, how to deal with low line tension, how to deal with snacks as well. Here we can see Rooster King just broke his line, so that means that he either had too much pressure on it or he was jerking too hard with his rod on when he had a snack and he could not handle it. You've got to wait a bit. I think we are 1 or 2 fish out from reaching level 3. Here we go. And we've got another fish on, a radius sunfish. And indeed, we did level up. So let's keep this one. Here we go. Yay! You reach level 3. Then we get some advertisement about a Lucky Star pack. That goes for level 3 and level 4. You can get some cool stuff from it. But as we leveled up, we now have a value cast, a value spin rod. So a casting rod and a spinning rod. And what other stuff? We got a spinning reel and a casting reel. Quite nice. We've got some new lines, fluoro and monofilament line. We've got 2 sets of cherry bobbers. We got a number 2 hook and a number 4 hook. And we get 1 new bait and 6 new lures. And we have a fish hut S plus. And old denim and a hobby gear. Vest and a rod pack. And we have unlocked Mudwater River in Missouri. So those are all awesome stuff. Now, excuse me, I had to mute myself there for a second. If we go to inventory, if we click on fish keep, here we can see the fish that we've caught and how much they're worth and their total weight. So we have a weight of only 1 kilogram. We can still fish, continue to fish until we've filled the stringer. We currently made a total profit of 117 bucks. Excuse me, I had to cough again. Alright. We made a total reward of 117. Now, if we want to release a fish that is not worth that much, for instance, we want to release this bluegill, we can do so by just clicking the release button. Mind though that this only works when you have a fish keep net or a keep hut, and as opposed to a stringer. You cannot release a fish once you've added it to the stringer. So these are our catches for today. We reached level 3. We got an extra bait coin because we leveled up, and we got this amount of money. Now if we hit the map and we click leave, are you sure you want to leave? Yes, I do. Then you see we got a total of 22 XP, again 117. Close it up. And we got the Lucky Bobber achievement. Let's quickly check what it is. So go here. Perform a certain number of successful strikes in a row. We had 5, I believe, or 10 in a row. And now we're down to 8 out of 21. So the next level will be perform 21 in total. We already got 8, so only 30 more to go to. But yeah. So in our next vid, what I will do is I will take you guys to the shop, because then we have the opportunity to purchase this baby, a Value Spin 190. We are going to do some lure fishing as well, and we'll be targeting bass and pike. But other than that, I think this is quite nice. I hope to see you in the next video. I will do some more talking about going after specific type of fish in regards to money as well. I will try to show you guys the differences for each lake, depending on each fish species available. But in general, the rule of thumb is that bass pays the most, and as the current economy of the game is that you will need to grind money quite a lot. And it will sometimes prevent you from not having the right amount of money to go to the next lake. So even though we did unlock Mudwater River, what in the coming vids I will do is stay in Lone Star Lake, Texas, to just grind some more money. Because even though this might seem a lot, 18,000, the moment that we start to spend it on license, the advanced license here, 200, or if you want to take the month, 4,800 or 7 bait coins. And if we go to tools and equipment, we want to purchase any one of those. And then of course the new rod that will also need to have a new reel. You'll immediately start to see that the prices are pretty steep already from the start, and that is not even included travel expenses, 1800, as you can see there. So this game, as it currently is, forces you to make wise decisions about what you purchase and when. And you can't simply go on a spending spree, because in the end you'll be completely broke. So with having that said, Deadeye, you will see this vid in a couple of seconds, mate, because I'm going to upload it now. Thank you for giving me a like, mate. I know you will. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.